morning. Welcome everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the 8th of October. Now, thanks for all your wonderful feedback, guys. I did an automatic write yesterday and posted, and I got some really great feedback from that, guys. So thank you. I just thought it'd be nice to talk to the guides. If you haven't watched that video, I'll actually leave it over here, guys. Just a little bit about the awakening process and what we're kind of going through. They talked a bit about the star seeds and just some interesting sort of thoughts came through on paper. So please go check that out if you haven't. If you'd like to consider subscribing, that would be great. Hit the like buttons as well, guys. And like I said, always feel free to comment on this channel because we've built a little community of like-minded people here and we let each other know what's going on around the globe because we all come from different parts of the world here on my channel. Cheers, everyone. I've got my coffee. It's Sunday morning here, but it's a little bit breezy outside, so I thought I'd better shoot this inside. A little bit of admin first, guys. It's always something to discuss down here in Oz, down under. They were talking this morning about they're going to start banning the phones in schools. They've already kind of half done that because when my daughter was at high school, even my son, you had to hand your, or you weren't allowed to be on your phone or you got your phone confiscated. But now they're really bringing it in New South Wales. But of course, we've got the double standards again. We've got the only in public schools. So if their kids are in private schools, they don't have to hand their phones in. Now, that's already creating a bit of division amongst teenagers, isn't it? And kids, I'm guessing. So, of course, we've got the two different levels in society. Those that can't have their mobile phones at school and those that can. Like, how's any of that fair? How's any of that fair? Wouldn't you just do a blanket ban? Don't get it. Because the private schools make their own decisions. I understand that, guys, but it's still, I think the government could sort of implement that, don't you? Because at the end of the day, not only is it distraction, but this is about bullying. All the crap that gets filmed now about people getting bullied and beaten up, like, it's got to stop. It's ridiculous. It has to stop. So, and a lot of that goes on in private schools, not just public schools. I thought that was just interesting that they've divided. The other thing I wanted to mention, they had this small business on this morning, and it's absolutely going great guns, and it's now starting to spread globally. So you'll probably hear about it now. It's taking off. It's got like 70 stores in Australia, and it's called City Caves. So they're caves in the city, but what it is, it's a relaxation sort of shop, and they've absolutely taken off. It's all around Australia, and it's starting to spread overseas. Oh, sorry, guys, I didn't sleep at all last night. I think I've had like 2 hours, just my neck and everything, you know. I know you guys understand that are going through similar things. So this business called City Caves, and it just reminded me of us going into our bear caves and protecting ourselves. People in the cities, etc., are probably feeling very anxious, like I've been saying. People are in shock, they're overwhelmed, so they're looking for ways to relax. So it talks about that in this business, they've got the float tanks, ways to relax. They say the float tanks, they put in Epsom salts, which most of us do anyway. We have Epsom salt baths all the time, a lot of us here. But then if you think about the city, and a lot of people living in apartments, you forget they don't have baths. They probably just have a shower because everything's downsizing and shrinking, as we know, the shoebox way of living in the city. So these stores are coming out, but I just thought it was funny with the name City Caves because it's like people need to go there to unwind, which is exactly what we do, go to our backyard, stay in our homes and like the hibernating bears in the caves. So now this has just taken off. Oh, sorry, guys. Bear with me today. I'm so tired. I need more coffee. Hang on. So to me, what I'm trying to get to is it proves that people in the cities are feeling very, very stressed and uptight and anxious and are looking for ways to unwind. And the other thing I just wanted to mention too is I've been watching that David Beckham. We're talking about the sports people in England the other day, and I was mentioning David Beckham, and we were talking about the cricket. It's a really good documentary. I started watching it last night, and I was actually very impressed by him. I know he's not been an angel. I mean, no one ever is, are they? But it's a good documentary if you want some light viewing. It's just interesting to see people's journeys through their careers and that, isn't it? Okay. The other thing I just wanted to actually, sorry, I'm trying to think straight this morning. Oh, a bit cloudy. You know how it is when you don't sleep. I know a lot of you guys get it. I bought my book, Thick Face Black Heart. I know I rave on about this book all the time, the yin yang, but it's absolutely brilliant. Oh. She talks about how you need the negativity in your life to grow and learn from, and then you start to see the light. That's how you turn. That's how you expand, is what she's kind of saying. Like, it's okay to have feelings of anger. It's okay to go through tough times. Like, no one, and I know here you guys are realistic, no one can be the positivity, king or queen all the time. It's impossible. That's unrealistic. That's why I love this book so much, because it tells you that it's normal to go through ups and downs. There's nothing wrong with sometimes feeling the feelings that we do, because then it helps us to kind of reach for the better feelings sometimes. But I just wanted to read this little bit. I just opened it up this morning, and I just want to read this to you guys because I think it is significant. Because we're always getting messages about flow, allow a solution to make itself clear is the title. It's just a paragraph. When in crisis, we like the drowning swimmer, render the divine's helping hand unable to reach us by our panicking efforts and struggles. During each crisis, the helping hands of the divine are always present in the form of new opportunities. The key to recognition of these opportunities is to stop panicking and go with the flow, allowing a solution to present itself. Now, I just wanted to share that with you guys, because that's why we keep getting about the flow. I keep saying just go with the flow. Stop the resistance in your body. Don't resist things. Don't push things away. Just go with it. Like, there's a lot going on at the moment. We could all agree, especially in UK with sushi. You got him pushing. That's Rishi Sunak, if you are new. He's pushing a lot. I know we've got a few different names. Sushi Land, we call it, don't we, Adam? What does it? Max Igan calls him. What does he call him? What is it? I've gone blank. I've gone blank. There's all these nicknames for sushi. Everybody knows him. Oh, Rickshaw shitbag. Oh, people are very creative. Max Igan's funny too, if anyone wants to check him out. He's a bit like David Icke on YouTube. He got pushed out of Australia because he was too awake. Funny that. So that's what we've got to start doing. We've got to start just trusting in the universe. That's what I get from that little paragraph there. We've just got to trust, allow, and it is unfolding. We thought people would never wake up, didn't we, guys? But they are waking up. We know they are. Not around the jab wheel, I always tell you that, but everything else, they know. People are knowing. It's a knowing, sensing. The senses are opening right up for these people now, and they're starting to realise things are a little dodgy, especially if you think about the UK. Dodgy as all the crap he's been pushing on people. It's unreal. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you because it's about stopping that resistance in our body and going with the flow. And look, I understand, guys, how frustrating this is because I'm suffering a lot myself with my knee, my neck. I don't want to whinge and dwell on that because I know the reason I talk about it is because a lot of you guys are out there as well suffering some of these things. Not all, but a lot of us. I'd say majority of us. And we're not getting sleep, we're tired, then we're becoming overtired so we can't sleep. It's this savage cycle at the moment. So we have to just keep going with the flow in order to release that resistance and the old memories and bits of barnacle pain that are attached to our bodies. Like the guide said yesterday, the barnacles attaching to the ships as we sail through life. So I just wanted to share that with you. So make sure that you keep flowing and you do everything you can to stop the resistance. Like we always talk about here, that's about calming the mind, meditating, being still, doing your gardening, distracting yourself from worrying about everything. Because as that saying says, isn't it, energy flows where attention goes, rather. I'm getting there. Energy goes where attention flows. What is that off? I've seen that on something recently, but that's the saying. So put your energy in the things that you want more of is what I'm trying to get to. Okay, enough of me yapping on. Let's get started with reading and see what comes up. Oh, Sprocket's doing a lot better, guys. We've got him on the raw food diet now, so he's just having the pumpkin, the mince, the veggies grated and things like this. So just sort of taking him off the dry food and obviously less bones, the poor thing. So thank you, everyone, for your kind thoughts. He is doing a lot better at the moment, and we're trying to get him to lose weight. We've been putting a bit of Vicks on his chest, to help him breathe, like eucalyptus. Oh, funny as things you do for your animals. I know you guys love animals. All right, let's get started. Oh, they're showing me 10 Downing Street. And the door's closed on 10 Downing Street. I'm getting, Sushi's hiding away. Well, this is what I'm getting, right? He's come out, he's done all his little spiels and he's had his little chats, but now he's kind of hiding away for a little bit. I'm seeing the 10 Downing Street black door closing. But it might be so he can have little meetings. I feel like he's having these little meetings, very important meetings. I don't know if that's actually his house or is that a place where they meet. I think it's where they meet, isn't it? I'm not really sure. I'm sure he wouldn't live there. But I am getting the door closing just for a little while. The door has to close for a little bit because Sushi's letting the dust settle. I feel like he comes out. See, this is Sushi. He comes out to his little stand out the front of 10 Downing Street, and then he says what he's got to say and makes it sound very good. We always talk about his great throat chakra, how it's very deep and people really listen. And then he it's like he throws a hand grenade and then he races back inside. That's what I'm getting. He throws a hand grenade out and then he goes back inside and then he's waiting for the repercussions of that. What's going to be the fallout? How much damage is this going to do? And this is about his reset red carpet rollout. He has to retreat. So he has to retreat not only for protection and to save himself, but he has to retreat to see what the little people do and how they react. That's just a visual that they're giving me, him throwing hand grenades. And they're hand grenades about the agenda, the things he's rolling out. You think about it, he's thrown a few hand grenades out there and people have stood up. Gosh, how's Wales, guys? Oh, over there, I've got a couple of you in Wales now. Louise and a few others. There's been a lot of protesting. You've got huge immigrant problems. That's sounding familiar, America included. This is a big issue now. This is becoming big. People are fighting back against this. It's not good because, it makes no sense. It's not just us guys. 1 minute they're telling everyone they have to be jabbed, all this virus stuff, and remember people are still in the jab wheel that are on that jab wheel event. And they're thinking, well, these people are no way they're jabbed. What diseases are they bringing in? Blah, blah, blah. So it's not only just us seeing the laughable part of all this because, we were completely ostracized, vilified, and pushed aside by society basically for being unjabbed. And now every country's just letting everyone in. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. Just open the gates and all the borders and everybody come in. As you guys know, and I'm the same, we couldn't even visit our families. If you had a dying parent in the other state, you couldn't even visit. So this is where people, not just us, because we're over it, we're just looking at all this from afar, viewing everything. It's other people fighting back now because they did all the right things. So you got to remember, they lined up, they got their this and that and their 5th booster jabs and they had their flu jabs. They've had everything. They're right up to date. But they don't know anything about these people and what they're bringing in. See, there's still fear. There's still fear around the viruses. It's around the viruses. A lot of this fear that's rising up would be about viruses and also the double standards of how come all these people are allowed in with no identity? Are they terrorists? See, in America, that would be a very big question. Are they terrorists? Another question that people are asking. It's awesome. Any protest is good, guys. Take it as a real positive. That's people standing up against their government. It's great. All right, let's keep going. Oh, I was telling you, Louise, last night, I was sitting in the lounge room and Dirty Dancing came on. Oh, how good an old movie. Sorry, I had to share it. I even had a tear in my eye at the end of that movie. Like, what the hell? I'm becoming overly sensitive and emotional. But see, it's music, it's a vibration. It took me back to happy times. And just the way they were all dancing at the end, it made me feel happy. Because I think all I could think of today is, gosh, our kids don't experience that. They don't experience all the fun of a dance and just that magical romance. And I don't know. You think of movies today, they're just not like that, are they? It's such a good movie. I think I've seen it like 10 times and I still get emotional at the end of it when he says, oh, no one puts baby in the corner. You know, the man standing up for the girl. It's such a great old-fashioned sort of concept, but I still love it. But yeah, it's funny how things like movies and just saying music and movies and things can just really emote feelings in us. Even all those years later, like that's an old movie, isn't it? It's quite incredible, really, how movies can do that. Gosh, Patrick Swayze was so fit, wasn't he, guys? He had such a sad death in the end. It's just cruel, wasn't it? All right, let's get on to something else and see where we go. I am getting Norway again. We got Norway the other day, didn't we? I'm seeing the little people holding Norway up. It's showing me them with their hands like pushing up, holding Norway up. It's the little people that are keeping Norway together. The people in Norway have a lot of strength. That's what I'm getting. And that is near Sweden, isn't it, Martin? I'm pretty sure. So I'm getting they have a lot of strength. People have a lot of strength and courage in Norway. That's what I'm seeing. They're holding their country up. It's the little people that are keeping their country strong. We need more countries to do that, don't we? Come together and make it strong. So the little people are holding up. The little people have a lot of power in Norway. The little people and peasants. So that's what's happening there at the moment. The little people are strong and they're keeping their country together. Things aren't falling apart because the people are holding, lifting things up, lifting the energy up, or raising that vibration up. All right, that's what I'm getting for Norway. I'm getting volcanoes in Hawaii. Might be more eruptions in Hawaii, which would be the last thing they would want, isn't it? Again, it's fear. See, it's more fear in the people. Oh, those poor people of Maui and Hawaii. I just think of it all the time. They've just been so stomped on in Maui. It's sickening. And see how it starts to disappear from your newsreels and all that? I told you it would. They'll just press that into the algorithms, into oblivion, that no one will talk about it much anymore. Because they want to hide it. They want to hide it. They don't want people talking about it and waking up to the reality and the truth. But I am getting more volcanic activity, but this is probably on other islands. If there's volcanoes on the other islands, again, that fear puts fear in people, sadly. Oh, I feel for them over there. They've had a really horrific time. For somewhere that's so beautiful, tranquil and relaxing, it's just been a sad, sad journey. And I always get, every time I get Hawaii, I think of that Blue Hawaii movie with Elvis. I just get it, Blue Hawaii, the song. I get that simpleness, you know, when it was all fun and just innocent and just leis and Hawaiian shirts, and it was all just a beautiful paradise. That's just an image that they give me all the time. But Hawaii's not like that anymore. I even feel like Hawaii has quite a military presence as well. I feel like there might even be like soldiers in the streets and things like that. And of course it could be because of the Maui event. But I do feel like they don't fit in. They stand out like I was going to say, I won't say, I'll say a sore thumb. They stand out a lot. Whenever there's military presence, it makes people uncomfortable because it's subliminal. See, people think they've done something wrong, especially if they've got guns or like it's like they're patrolling. I am getting that for Hawaii. That could be coming too. And I am getting volcanic activity. I'm even getting ground shakes in Hawaii, like tremory ground shakes, which would be caused by volcanic activity anyway. I'm not seeing like explosive damage from the volcanoes, but I just see the fear because people are they're fragile in Hawaii at the moment because of what happened in Maui. So they're very nervous because they don't want what happened in Maui to happen to the other islands. That's what I'm getting. They're fragile, so their fear state can be triggered very easily. Oh, that's sad, isn't it, what happened? All right, let's keep going. Oh, I'm getting Melbourne, Australia, Victoria, the most locked down. Melbourne's the most locked down city in the world, but it's in the state of Victoria. I'm getting Melbourne's getting a makeover. Now that Dictator Dan's gone, I think everyone's trying to get the city back on its feet. He killed Melbourne. I told you it was one of those really amazing cities that everyone would visit. It was the hive of activity. People would go there for weekends, alfresco dining. It was really a happening place. Melbourne was a go-to spot in Australia. And then it just died. It died, became a ghost town, showing me the, what do you call those? What is those tumbling tumbleweeds just going through like a western town, an old western town where nobody is anymore because all the shops, all the businesses closed down. I mean, how do you survive for 2 years without an income? Think about it, 2 years without an income, most people were in Melbourne. Unless you could work from home and you had a government job, you're pretty much screwed. And now the cost of living, people just can't reopen things again. So I'm getting, it's starting to have a facelift. I feel like this new woman, is it Jacinta Allen, I think her name is, she's trying to bring back some sort of energy vibe to Melbourne. I feel like there's new plant outs, like new fittings, like flowers, and they're trying to give it a facelift. That's just what I'm getting. But the sad part with what I'm seeing about the shops is it's becoming more corporatized, of course. All the little, small business, independent, little cute shops have all gone. The ones that gave it character, you know, even overseas, you know, when you go down a little side mall, there's little striped awnings and little fun little shops and trinkety shops and that. Like, that's all been wiped out in Melbourne. So I feel like it's becoming very, very corporatized and big corporate shop takeovers. Oh, that's sad, isn't it? It's the little shops that we love, isn't it, guys? So they're trying to bring Melbourne back. That's her goal at the moment, is to bring people back to the city. Oh, yes, we know they want to bring people back to the city so they can control everyone in their 15-minute cities. So that's what I'm getting. They're trying to make it enticing in Melbourne. That's their big goal at the moment, to get people back to the city. Getting people are in a lot of trouble now. This is debt, finance. We knew it was going to happen. People will just scrape through Christmas, and then things are just going to hit rock bottom after Christmas. I'm really getting that. Oh, it's so sad. See, people have the illusion that interest rates are going to stop, everything's going, but it's not. I keep getting till 2025. This is continuing. So there's going to be a lot of people who are going to have to, like, become boarders in other people's houses and rent a room. There's going to be more of this kind of stuff. That's kind of going to keep growing. This is globally. People are going to have to move in together. There's going to be a lot more of this house sharing, house sitting. Some people are going to be just sitting houses for people so they don't have to actually pay rent. When people go on holidays, that's going to become a big thing, a bigger thing, where people just don't even have the money to pay their rent because rent's gone through the roof globally. I am seeing that. After Christmas, though, is when, oh, God, everything's going to fall financially, just for little people, sadly. They're going to have to give in to the pressures. So you can only hock so many things and keep yourself afloat with bills. When you start falling behind the 8 ball, it's very hard to get ahead, isn't it? You think about it because you miss that bill, and then you try and, some people might go hock or ring. We were talking about that the other week at the cash converter shops or the pawn shops, etc. And then they get behind. So once everything starts piling up, well, that's when it starts to affect people's mental health too. So this is all going to go hand in hand now. People are going to start losing control of, well, finances, obviously, but even themselves. In the beginning of 2024, we're going to see a real rise in mental health, depression, suicides, this kind of thing. It's so sad, isn't it? What they're doing to people, it's just been cruel. This whole journey, if you think about it, not only with the CV virus event, and imagine what even went on with mental health with all the lockdowns now, I can't even go there. And now people are still going through this, but now it's financial. Like you kind of think, well, what the hell's going to be next? Well, we know it's the Great Division. That's what the guys were saying yesterday. More separate and divide, more separate and divide, more people fighting against each other. It's not hard to do, is it? All right, let's see if there's anything else. As much as we're invisible, you know how we always talk about we've always been a little bit invisible to people because our light's so bright, people can't kind of see past it to the real us, because we're the bringers of light. We have that light energy. Where was I going with this? Hang on a minute. People still look at us though. See, and there's the theory there. We're still like the lighthouse in the storm. If you think about it, it's like we bip around, and then you think of a lighthouse, it bips, and then it disappears for 3 seconds or whatever. Then it bips, and then it disappears, and it bips, and it's continuous. See, we're pretty stable. We're like the lighthouse on the rocks. We never sway from our path, as in our truth. We always stick to it. We sort of walk the straight and narrow line of our beliefs, our concepts, our thoughts. And people still look to us. It's really interesting, isn't it? And I would say what the guides are saying is they look to us to see what we're doing next. Now, as much as we're invisible, people still have curiosity about us. They don't understand us, but they do have curiosity about it. So when we post something on Facebook now, 4 years on, people kind of take notice. They actually are absorbing it. See, it's a subconscious mind thing. Oh, what's Chrissy talking about now? Oh, what are they posting now? What do they mean? Like, it's so weird how that works, isn't it? But it's seed planting again. And if we are star seeds, well, we're obviously here to plant seeds. So I guess we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. But people do look to us with curiosity, not for answers. We know they're never going to ask us what's going on and all that, but they are curious as to what we're doing next. See, we're always ahead. This is what I keep saying to you guys, because we sense things, we know things, we feel things, we're just aware of things, and we're sort of a little bit ahead. Like, we've been talking about all this stuff, the reset, the finances, everything, cost of living, everything that's going on for years. We've been posting this stuff for years. Like I said to you, I had 2 people last week talking about, let's keep cash alive. Both asleep, both jabbed to the hilt, very in the narrative, and now they're talking about it. So this is proof, and I know you guys are confirming that as well. So subconsciously, they still look at us. They might not ever acknowledge it, and that's what I always say to you. Don't expect anyone to go, you were right. You knew all about this was coming. They're never going to do it. Some might. It's pretty rare. Because they want to pretend. They want to pretend that they always knew. They knew all about this and they'd discovered it themselves, which is a good thing. At least they're waking up. So we have to take it as a plus, guys. Doesn't matter how they find out. We never do it for the accolades and all that anyway. We just want everyone to wake up and see the truth. So they bloody stand up, protest, do something, so we don't have to just all go along with this BS. Oh, we just all need to stand up and go, nah, enough. I've had enough. I'm not doing it. Richard Vobes said that on his channel the other week, and I thought, yeah, that's what we've got to do. Let's all just stand up and go, no. Although when we had those protests here, and I know you guys in Ottawa and everywhere, UK, everyone that protests, it was challenging. It was challenging because of the fact that they turned everyone else against us. And that's what became very challenging, was when we lost family and friends, and the media was against us, still is. And as we know now, the censorship's got crazy. Look at SpewTube here, taking our comments off, giving everybody strikes. People are getting strikes on every channel nearly now. Strikes and their videos demonetized as well. And they're not just people who are talking about all this awakening and that. There are other kinds of channels like crime and all sorts of things. It's just mad. Let me see if there's something else to close with today. Sorry, guys, I'm just having a little prattle on today. See, we wear our heart on our sleeve. We're very open and honest people. We don't hold back. We might appear to some, and I can see how this is quite opinionated. And some people can take that as being know-it-alls. There's know-it-alls. But that's not how we are. We're not know-it-alls. We just get frustrated because we want people to see the truth. But some people do think, oh, look at her. What does she know? You know, I've had it from my sister before. Oh, no, I had it from my mum. Remember, I was telling her to take vitamin D when she had a cold. And she goes, oh, you're just a know-it-all. What would you know? I'm like, because I'm not a doctor. Remember, I got that from my sister too. You're not a doctor. What would you know about the pickies? So what can you do? See, people, that's what I often say to you. What energy are we emitting to other people too? Like, what are people picking up from us? Because they seem to, back then particularly, get quite hostile with us. That's why I tell you to always protect yourself and stay away from a lot of people waking up, because they're just angry. They're just angry about it all. And it's not our problem, is it? It's not our problem how they perceive us. That's what they always say, isn't it? It doesn't matter what other people think of you. You have to let that go. Which, you know, a lot of people do think that way nowadays. Like everybody to a degree worries what other people think of them. But I think we've all got past that here, haven't we, guys? We've been through such challenging times that I don't think we really care anymore. Plus, a lot of those people have vibrated out of our lives anyway, which is kind of a good thing. I've vibrated in a lot of awake people. I was telling you about that. Look at the guy getting the 4-leaf clovers, so awake. There was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us walking my dogs the other day who were all awake, and it was like, oh, this is so refreshing to be with people who understand what's going on in this crazy world. And that's what would have happened to you guys. You would have vibrated new people, and it's change. See, sometimes change, and we talked about that the other day when we got that David Bowie song to change and the card change. Change can be very overwhelming, but sometimes change can be for the better. You know, our lives have changed dramatically in the last 4 years. Let me know, guys, what you think about that. But I feel like, apart from the ailments and aches and pains that we're going through with our ascension, I do feel like happier in myself, happier with the people around me, just happier with my creativity and the passions and the things that I've discovered in the last few years. Finding you guys has been amazing. I really enjoy my channel. Like I say, I can't do it for the money because I don't earn enough off YouTube. It pretty much costs me money to have this channel. But I enjoy the channel and I enjoy your feedback. And it's great to have like-minded people that we all understand what each other's going through. Because there's not a lot of people you can share that with, is there, guys? All right, I'll see if there's anything else to close with today, and I'll say goodbye from Oz. Hang on. God, give me that Midnight Oil song again. I've had it before. Beds Are Burning. I told you Midnight Oil is so political here in Australia. You'd know him, Peter Garrett, the one with the really funny dancing style. All his songs are very political. I got you to do that 10 to 1 album the other day. The words in his songs, and I'm getting the song Beds Are Burning. How do we sleep when our beds are... That's an Aboriginal song. I'm getting that song today. Hang on a minute. I'm getting that song Blue Sky Mining again by Midnight Oil as well, which is about the mining town being shut down. These songs are old. They're from the 80s. Weird. There's a lot going on in Australia. We know there is around the yes-no vote, and they're closing down all the coal-fired power stations. Hang on. Well, of course, I've got to end with... Oh, I love this song, though. It's the theme from Rocky. I think it's Rocky 2, isn't it? I don't know. Is it from the first Rocky? You know this song. Dun 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 dun. Flying high now. That's for us. That song's for us, guys. Keep flying high like the eagle energy. You know, we can't run and keep active like Rocky does in the film clip. But I guess what they're saying to us, let's play that today and just get our energy up. I talk about how it can still take you back to that feeling place. I miss that. I used to run to Rocky's song. Oh, I miss running and exercise. I know you guys do too. But anyway, we're going to play that Rocky theme song today. Flying High Now. Is that what it's called? Where he runs up the stairs and he's like punching his hands in the air and all the kids are around him. It's such a great feel-good song. I want you to go and play that song today, because you think about it, that's us at the end of 4 years. We're still here. We're still kicking goals. We're still looking at everything from a high vantage point, and we're just staying in our truth is what I'm getting for that. Oh, and you think about it, in Rocky, he's the real underdog, isn't he? He never had all the fancy equipment to train and everything, but he still, see, what it comes back to is the mental capacity. He had the mental capacity to create his own like gym equipment and to create, it's a mind thing. He was so strong in the mind, and that's why we're getting that Rocky song today. I love Rocky. I love the Creeds. Have you seen any of the Creeds as well? Oh, they're so good. I think there's a new one out. I love all the Rocky series, and the Creeds are really good as well, because it has, is it Apollo's son or something? I don't know. But it follows right through. It's really good because it incorporates all the Rocky history. Very good. If they're on Netflix, go check them out. All right, I'm going to leave you with that today. Have a wonderful Sunday, everybody. I'm going to go and watch the Bathurst car races a little bit here in Australia. We've got the big V8 supercar races are on today in Bathurst. I'm going to go check those out and keep painting the house outside, do all the domestic chores, being the weekend. You know how it goes. Take care, stay strong, everybody, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Don't forget, like button, subscribe, and please comment down below. I love to hear from you. Take care, everyone. Bye.